Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to a new episode of a brand new Road to Show character that we're bringing here in MLB 18, the show, and that would be DeMarcus King. This is the very first episode here, and DeMarcus is our newest star here on ESGNet. Was like all the other Road to Show characters, we're going to be following the lives, the ups and downs of being in the life of the as a MLB star, or hopefully a MLB star. As this year, you're not going to be the top prospect. You're going to be somewhere in the middle of the pack, and you're going to have to earn your way through, pretty much grinded it out. No more stubs. Turn the stubs into, points that you can put out wherever you want them. This year, they're doing something different. They're doing where pretty much you have to grind it out, which I think it's fair. I think it's honest. I think that's the way it should do it. Hopefully, we won't have to be in the minors for too long. I'm hoping that maybe a 2 or 3 year deal will be in the minors, playing AA and AAA ball. But at some point here, hopefully after year 3, we'll be able to play in the majors. Now, he is from St. Louis, Missouri. Not necessarily, we put him in the central states, but we put him from Missouri. But he's a young man from St. Louis, Missouri. A young man who had NFL dreams. He was hoping to play someday, play in the NFL. Hopefully, of all things, he wanted to play for the Rams. Now, of course, the Rams now in LA. But after a football game he had in his senior year, it was projected or really suggested by his parents and his doctors that he had to change up his sport. As you take a look here, he's going to be a center fielder, and we're kind of looking around here. I was kind of thinking of mimicking maybe a center fielder out there right now. I think the one I was going to do was Mike Trout, but I think I went ahead and I think I've done that before. I think I did that with Bolden when Bolden originally was a outfielder, but now, of course, now first baseman now. But then I decided, maybe we don't go do a mimic thing with another player or anything like that. Maybe we go ahead and we work with a player that's from scratch. So that's what we're going to do. So going back to his story here, he had a serious concussion, and his parents and doctors said it was best for him to maybe play another sport, which he's a 3-sport athlete, but he was well known for his ability playing on the gridiron. Now, his second love was baseball, because his father, who played briefly in the minors there after college, had a chance to play professional baseball, but then, of course, gave up that dream because he had his son, DeMarcus. So DeMarcus now is going to try to see if he can bring that dream of his dad's to life in his own career, as he is working his way through the MLB system. So we're just right now kind of looking at all the different still looking at all the players that we're going to possibly mimic, but we are going to go ahead and we're going to build him from scratch. So he's going to be a player that we're just going to go ahead and say, you know what, we're just going to go and we're not going to mimic anybody. We're going to have our own style. We're going to have our own look. Of course, I am going to be working on his batting stance, which I always mess around with for a while there. I think for right now, I think I'm going to use go to my stereotypical batting stance, which is King Griffey Jr. And I decided to give him the number 23 because I was thinking of King, thinking of LeBron. He could be like the LeBron James of baseball, or maybe like the true king of basketball. I think, in my opinion, growing up watching, is Michael Jordan. So he has that number. He has number 23. He is 6'2", 210 pounds. And I decided to kind of randomize his look to see what he'll look like. So I kind of just, you'll see this here in a bit. You'll see me just kind of randomizing what he's going to look like. But yeah, going back to DeMarcus, he wants to see if he can be a MLB star. So he wants to see if he can cut it here. As of course, you can have serious concussions in baseball, but not as often as in a full contact sport like football. But he decided go that route because he was a 3-star athlete, and he was, like I said, well known for his playing football. But also he has his dad played minor league baseball for a while, and so he has some positive potential. He was playing baseball in high school, and was all city in that. And also recognized in the state of Missouri as a great baseball player. Never was recruited by a school or anything like that for baseball, but he decided this might be the best way of doing something that's a little more safer, and something that he can another sport that he can try to learn and grasp a little bit more of. There you see, we're trying to show you where he's from, and he is going to be a left-handed batter. I decided to do that this year. Of course, Bolden and I think Bonds are both righties. My only switch hitter is, of course, Simon Unger, and then I think Colby might be a right-handed batter also. So this is our first, only really a pure left-handed batter that we have on here. Besides, I think the other lefty is, I believe it might be Diego. I think he's a left-handed batter also. So those are the only two guys that really are going to be our lefties for right now. But I've working on this series here has been a lot of fun, and right now we're going to take a look and listen to the new narrator for this one, for the Bowman Scout Day. Take a look.
Days before the 40-round MLB draft, some lesser-known prospects get one last chance to make an impression at Bowman Scout Day. His name having finally been called, an anxious prospect steps up for his turn to put his plate skills on display.
Okay, so take a look here. We're just doing some hitting here. We're trying to show our stock here, trying to get our stock up as high as we possibly can in this. As you see here, the narrator in the background there, he's just talking, letting us know that we want to try to get our stock as high as we possibly can. And of course, we're not going to be like in previous games in the top in the first, second, third, fourth rounds there. Of course, all our guys that previously were guys that were in those kind of type of rounds. I don't think I ever had a guy in the first round, but I know I've had a couple guys there in the third and fourth rounds there. So we'll see where we are, and like I said, we're supposed to be in the middle of the pack, so we're not going to be a guy that's going to be out of the coming right out of the gate, being awesome and whatnot, like in years past. Now we do have caps; they have new caps this year, and of course you can break those caps by doing certain drills here where you don't have. I mean, of course you still have the traditional drills you still have to do from time to time, but there's also some training where all you have to do is just pick a thing you want to work on for that week, and then you go ahead and just do it. So I think that's pretty cool here. I kind of like the idea of grinding it out. I've done that with other players in the past. I think the only player I think I've really kind of moved up some and try to get them to the majors as quickly as we could. I believe I would say probably Diego, because he was supposed to be a guy that was supposed to be a kind of a guy that was supposed to be future. I think Clayton Kershaw kind of just right off the bat there, just coming right out of high school and supposed to be impact a team quickly, and so far he's done that with the Reds right now, and we're hoping that at some point here he can be able to do that full time, and be just a regular household name. So far he has been kind of in that situation right now, but this one I like I said, I think this is gonna be fun because we're gonna get it grinded out and get to really see how the ups and downs of of baseball life can be. So far, I've gotten the first couple of episodes going for us, and well, eventually I haven't on some point here there should be a video already out about me saying when these episodes are coming out. So by now you probably heard about when the episodes are coming out. But like I said, I've been working on some of this here for you guys. As always, I'm always kind of behind the 8 ball when it comes to putting these new Road to Shows characters out here, and I'm still trying to catch up on some others there that like Colby, or actually Colby should be ready to go. He should be having some episodes already, but Bolden, of course, Simon Unger, and Bonds, and Ryus, he has had a couple episodes out so far here now. So we're just trying to get a lot of these characters out there, and not to mention we're trying to get also some our franchises out there. So try to get this stuff out there as quickly as I possibly can for you guys. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting Colby Bear and also Simon Unger and stuff like that. So like I said, those episodes are going to eventually get up, and we'll get those out there for you guys. Eventually I will have some kind of a daily, I'm thinking of maybe going to like a daily schedule. Maybe that'll be more close to the summer once I'm done with work and whatnot. But let's go ahead and listen to the
Done for the day and heading back to the locker room. This player is met by one of the scouts in attendance. Who reminds him that he's still got one more chance to make an impression on the big league buyers.
Okay, so the new announcer, new voiceover guy there. Now we're going to go talk to a Scouting Bureau representative, and this is basically where you get to decide what arc you want. Now, there are different arcs this year for different positions. Not every position or not every arc is the same. But you see, you got your ball hawk, your strengths are fielding and speed, but your weaknesses are power, so you don't get much power. It's for center fielders and lefties. Left fielders, and then of course secondary position would be second baseman. Solid option there, you got more strengths of going to contact and arm, and your weakness is power, so you don't get much power, but you can put the bat on the ball, and then you got a pretty good arm out there, and those are for right field and center fielders there. And then you got Powerhouse, who pretty much self-explanatory there, power and contact right there, but you don't have any speed, so you're like a Jet Edmonds or like a Aaron Judge there. Vlad Guerrero and which guy are your defensive cannons there, so those are the guys that can throw you out from center field or whatever field you're playing out there. So I decided to go ahead, and it was pretty tough to decide which one to go with. I kind of wanted to go with the contact and arm, but at the same time I want to be a ball hawk because I want to be able to steal bases. This kind of guy I kind of want to have is the kind of guy that we can, get up and steal bases like that. But then at the same time, I was kind of thinking, I was like, we could be a solid option. I kind of like the whole idea of being like a Tony Gwynn, a guy that hits, can hit for average or above average every single year. Tony Gwynn's, I don't know how many times he was close to getting 400. He's kind of compared to the modern day Ted Williams. So I think that's what we end up going with here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen this footage here, but there you go. Here, go ahead and go with Tony Gwynn. You see Andrew Benintendi there for the Red Sox. There, he's your modern day kind of got player there that's fits that category there. But yeah, we'll go ahead and go with that. So that's what we'll go with there, and we'll try to see if we can try to have a career like those two guys. They've so far Andrew's doing pretty good with the Red Sox. Kind of off year last year, but we'll go ahead and see what this is all about. As you see there at the top of the screen there, and that is going to be the Bowman Amateur, or I should say the Topps Amateurs Showcase here. As we're in Baseball City here, and of course we're all out here to play this game here, as we're going to take on the West. And we'll take on the West players here today in this game, first game. And now remember, depending on how well you do in the this showcase, you got 2 games. It increase your draft stock there, and so you'll be have a better position in getting recruited or drafted higher with other teams. So you got your it's all up to you. But of course, like I said, we're kind of going to be in the middle of the road. So we're I think last time I read something about this, the draft wise, I think you're probably somewhere in the 20s. So rounds 20 or whatever. And of course, if from, I think there's an intro. There's an intro video, a really good intro video that talks about other players that have been drafted, like Mike Piazza in the 27th round, and all these other guys that have been are household names now. That were not their top guys. They were not your guys you wouldn't ever think they would have made it. Because who knows who the number 1 draft pick of last year was? How's he doing in baseball right now? So I think it's kind of cool here. They're just really showing you that it's a grind. It takes a while before you can get to the majors. And you gotta have to kind of just sit back and try to figure out what your game is, what your strengths and weaknesses are. As we see right here already, King's already up on the base pass here, as he has a single, and we'll see here he will be left stranded there as his partner there is struck out. Now we'll go to the 4th inning here, and we'll see King knocks this one over the head of the third baseman. That is going to be a nice single there, but a run will come in to score there, and that should be an RBI there for him. So nice job as he is able to get a runner across the plate there. So that's what he wants to do there. That's what we're going to try to be, kind of a guy there that gets, if we're, depending on where we're at in the order, I'm hoping he'll be a, 3, 4, maybe 5 guy. It would be nice if he was I would like to have him as a guy to be, a guy that can, be the leadoff guy. But, since we don't have the speed, I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll be somewhere down the order. But take a look here. He rips this one. That's a nice one going over to left field there. That's going to go ahead and score a run. He is going to get a stand-up double there and put the runners in scoring position, as the West here are just, they have the lead right now. They have 5-4 lead. But we are look like we're going to try to come back and try to take this one, as you have runners at second and third on this one. So nice job there for him. And as you see there, we do not get this one at all, as we come up short on this one. And it's a 5-4 victory there for the West. So the West pull off a nice victory here, get the win. And of course, King is 2 for 4 in this ball game with a double and 2 RBIs for him in this one. So we don't get the win there, but we hopefully have impressed. We batted 500 there today. And of course, drove in 2 runs. So hopefully that would be some kind of impression there to the scouts that are watching us here. But of course, we got one more shot here to try to do something here with that, as we go ahead and get to the next game here, as we'll see game number 2 now, where we'll be taking on the East Coast here. And it should be a really good matchup here, as we talking to King here after that game. The first game, he said, he felt very confident. He felt like he, talking to some of the scouts there, they seemed like they were, pulling for him, and they were, giving him some suggestions on some, his at-bats in there, which was nice. But, they told him just keep it up. So far, he's doing really well there, batting 500, drove in 2 runs. And all he needs to do is just kind of keep focus there out there. So we'll see if he can do that here in the second game here. You see there, 2 RBIs, 500 average right now. Go to the first inning, and we'll see what he can do here. Now, he has runners on the corners here. It's a 1-1 count here for him with 2 outs. All he needs to do is try to rip this one up the middle. And he hits this one up the middle there, but that is going to be caught there by the center fielder. And tough luck there, as that is going to be it for the inning. So he could have drove a run in if that ball was just not to stayed up in the air too long. Go to the 4th inning here, and we'll see as he has one runner on board there at first and nobody out. And we'll see a 1-0 count here. This is going to be a dribbler there through the infield there. Second baseman can't get a hold of it this one, but he is going to go in for a double, and he is going to get it. So he's going to get a double there, and that's going to put runners now in scoring position at second and third there for the Central team. So maybe you see the new animation there they have showing the players with some emotion. I love it. I've been playing a little bit of the exhibition there and seeing the new visuals and just the new intros and stuff like that. It's so beautiful, so amazing that they added that stuff in here in this year. Things that we've, if you're a YouTuber, you've been wanting. And there you see, rips that one right past his third baseman there. That is going to be a base hit there, as King's going to go for another double here. So this will be his second double there. I believe that actually the first one will actually, I think they just scored as a single, but no, okay, yeah, they went ahead and gave it. So 2 doubles here today. I thought they scored it as a single, the first one, but yeah, 2 doubles, and looking pretty good here. So he is really doing a great job here, showing off what he can do there with the bat. Of course, I forgot to turn on the fielding thing, so we don't really get to see him too much with the fielding. But we'll go to the 8th inning here. It's a tied ball game, 2-2, and this is going to be a pop-up. But he gets underneath this one, and that's what's going to be tough there, as the center fielder there is going to go ahead and get that. And we'll see here, yeah, the Central, they win this one 3-2 is your final score. And we'll see now here, all he has to worry about is now the actual draft. So we'll see what he's going to do here in the draft here coming up here in just a few moments. And he's hoping that he can do, hopefully he impressed him enough as he goes 2 for 4 again. So another 500 ball game, 2 doubles and an RBI there for him. We'll see where he's going to be drafted at, what round and what pick. And of course, of all things, what team. And hopefully, me personally, I hope it's not a team that we've already played as already here.
Nothing left to do but await his fate. This young hopeful receives a check-in from his former high school coach, who's been acting as his advisor through the process.
Welcome back to the Major League Baseball first-year player draft. The first pick is officially on the clock. With the first pick, the Detroit Tigers select Derek Barnes, a starting pitcher from the West region. With the second pick, the San Francisco Giants select Luis Guerra, a left fielder from the East region. With the third pick, the Philadelphia Phillies select Newton Kelly, a starting pitcher from the East region. With the fourth pick, the Chicago White Sox select Manny Medeiros, a starting pitcher from the International region. With the fifth pick, the Cincinnati Reds select Matt Young, a catcher from the Central region. With the sixth pick, the New York Mets select Derek Salinas, a catcher from the East region. With the seventh pick, the San Diego Padres select Zach Castaneda, a shortstop from the Central region. With the eighth pick, the Atlanta Braves select Chris Hernandez, a relief pitcher from the International region. With the ninth pick, the Baltimore Orioles select Scott Hammond, a closing pitcher from the East region. With the 10th pick, the Oakland Athletics select Benito Ramirez, a closing pitcher from the Central region. With the 11th pick, the Pittsburgh Pirates select Carlos Escobar, a relief pitcher from the East region. With the 12th pick, the Toronto Blue Jays select DeMarcus King, a center fielder from the Central region.
All right, so there you see, guys, we are going to be with the Toronto Blue Jays. I am very excited about this. As you take a look there, he is going to be have to report now to the AA affiliate, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, on his first day coming up here in the next episode. So, in the next episode, you guys, of DeMarcus King Road to the Show, we will see him in action as a New Hampshire Fisher Cat for the first time in his professional baseball. He is now a part of baseball for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's part of the Toronto Blue Jays family, and we'll see if this Road to the Show here, as he starts the first step on the Road to the Show. Well, actually, the first step was draft, but now he's going to take the second step, which is going to his AA affiliate, playing in his very first professional baseball game. I cannot wait. This is going to be, I feel like this is going to be a very fun series. I think I say that about all my series in Road to the Show, but I think this one is going to be even. I think it's going to be by far part of my favorite here with this one. So I can't wait. I can't wait to grind this out and just build him from the ground up as a very hopefully well-rounded and talented outfielder here for the Toronto Blue Jays. So we'll see where we go, where we'll be at in batting order wise. You see round 27, 12th pick. Okay, not bad at all. You know, there's some famous, like I said, there's some famous guys like Mike Piazza and Oral Hershiser and so many others that have been picked, you know, in these, you know, last, you know, the deep in the 20s and maybe even the 30 round picks there, or 30 rounds, you know, in these MLB drafts. So we'll see how that goes here coming up in the next episode. So stay tuned for more Road to the Show here on ESGNet. It should be a fun one. I cannot wait. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Road to the Show here on ESGNet. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Also, don't forget to hit that bell for notification so you guys can be the first ones to be notified when videos come out, like videos like this one, Road to the Show with DeMarcus King. Follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, and also on Discord. You guys can check us out there to get to know the latest news and events on what's going on here on the channel and what is going on in the world of sports and in sports gaming. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, stay tuned for another episode of Road to the Show with DeMarcus King here on ESGNet. As always, keep yourselves rather healthy, and I will see you guys next time.